Hey everyone, Will here. Welcome back to Vibe Coding, a first-person shooter. This is part 6, and this is a series where we are trying to push Claude Code to the max by vibe coding a full first-person shooter game. There's been a couple of updates since the last video, so let me show you that. The main thing has been the fact that we now have a full multiplayer setup. I wanted to put the URL live so people could join and play as the game was nearing completion. However, to do that, it turned into a bit of a nightmare. But we got there. What we've settled for is a room-based multiplayer setup. So if you join, you can either join a room with a code, or you can create a room and get a code and give that to your friends. So that is what I've done. And basically, if you are the host, you are the host of the game. If you leave, the server crashes. It's peer-to-peer. It's pretty cool, actually, because it means we've been able to host it statically, which, again, I'll show you in a second. But yeah, you can then create a room, you get the code, give that code to your friends, and you're in the game. As a result, pretty cool. To do this, I've had to do a couple of rendering updates as well. Claude did most of it. Basically, it's higher detail. Again, upon testing it with my friends, it tended to be quite laggy for a few of my friends. So I had to do a lot of updates just to make it performant, but we are there now and it's looking good. And let me show you what multiplayer looks like very quickly. So here we are on a multiplayer setup. I've got 2 windows here. I'm going to create a room on one of them, grab this code and click start game, and I'm in the game. And then I'm going to join room on the other client here. I'm going to click join, and you just saw me pop through, and I'm going to run in front of this player. Here you go. He's got full everything else. You can see gun flashes. You can hear the sounds on both clients. Full movement. I'm going to run down this way. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the sound, but if you can't, basically as you get further away from other players, the sound gets less. So yes, we have full multiplayer, and you can join this today. There's a URL, which I'll show you right now. So basically, if anyone goes to resistance.usemote.org, which is my consultancy, you will load the game up. Now, you can't shoot and kill each other. You can join at the moment, but you can't do anything once you're in the game other than run around and pretend to shoot at each other. But as the game gets more fully fleshed out, which we'll be doing in these episodes, you'll be able to join and play the live updates. As soon as I push an update, it goes live to the website. So let's jump into what we are going to aim to achieve today. As per usual, I have about 30 minutes to film. We're going to see what we can get done. And as I mentioned, Claude does everything. It's all going to be vibe coded. I don't know how this game works. I've just been prompting Claude, and we're going to see how far we can get. So here I am in VS Code, running Claude Code as well. And I want to do 3 things today, if possible. I want to tackle 1, collisions, because at the moment you can run through buildings, you can run off the edge of the map, and it's not very good. So I'd love to do collisions. The second thing I would love to be able to do is jumping. Currently, you can't jump. So when we do have collisions, there's a bunch of barriers in the way and you won't be able to run through them. And then the third thing, if we get to it, is I'd like to add sort of hitbox detection if you get shot. Because again, at the moment, you can't get shot. So it'd be great to do that, because then that technically creates a fully fledged working game. I mean, we can add some more bits to it, which we will, but for all intents and purposes, that would be a shooting game. So let's see what we can get done. Let's do collisions first of all. The first prompt is going to be put in right now, and it's always the most important prompt, as we know. So here's the first prompt I put. I want to add collisions to my game. Currently, you can run through buildings in the town, and the barriers in the map don't stop you, and you can run off the edge of the town. Can you add collision detection for me? I'm going to click enter, and then I'm going to put auto accept on, because we always auto accept everything in this vibe coding session. And whilst we are waiting for this prompt to complete, because there's a lot of waiting in vibe coding, I'll quickly talk about myself. My name's Will. I run a very small YouTube channel. I haven't been making videos very long, but I mostly talk about AI. I work in AI. I'm a software engineer and technology business builder by day. And what I do in my spare time is I make these videos. I talk a lot about the news and what's happening in AI, as well as make these sort of demonstration videos where I use AI for fun and see how far I can push it, as well as just get immersed in the technology. So I don't do a lot of vibe coding day to day. This is pure vibe coding. This is an experimentation, but yeah, it's hopefully quite interesting for you to see. So if you do like content, if you do like hearing conversations about AI, if you like hearing about the news on AI, if you like watching these kind of demonstration-based videos, then don't forget to like and subscribe. It is really appreciated. These videos do tend to go down quite well, so thank you for watching. And you can see it's doing stuff. We've got a collision manager. This is fun. I don't really read the code, but cool to see it coming in. We've got a collision manager, and it's adjusted the main file, which, again, I haven't read, but it's getting quite long. In software engineering, typically if files are getting longer, I mean, this is a rule of thumb, but if files are getting longer than 600 lines, you should probably do some abstraction. But we're not going to right now. I don't know how the code works. I don't want to know how the code works. So I might just leave it to it for a second. It's doing a bunch, though. It reckons it's done. It's asked to build the project, and it's just doing some IDE checks. It's fixing the IDE error found, so that's always good. Let's refresh just for luck. Create a room, start game. Do we have collisions? What I've noticed is the FPS drop is incredible. It's now pegged at 30th. Oh, I'm colliding with my gun. I just realized what's happening there. Okay, that works. That works. There seems to be a hard collision limit here. I think it thinks the map is bigger than it is. It's smaller than it is. So for all intents and purposes, collisions are working. However, I can collide with my gun if I aim down sights. The map boundary is way too small. And my FPS is 30. So let's go back to Claude and tell it these problems. So let's tell it these problems. The map boundary being way too small. Aiming down sights, colliding with my gun. Even put lol for it. And my FPS seems to be locked out. That's the weird one. Great feedback. Let me fix these issues. Let me start by fixing the map boundaries and optimizing the collision detection. Okay, the town model is very large, so we set wider boundaries. Great. It's done one of those. I can see the code changes. Let me exclude the weapon models from collision detection. That's a good idea. And then we'll see what it does for collision optimization, because I'm running a MacBook Pro with quite a lot of system resources. However, if it's struggling to run on my laptop, it's really gonna struggle on other people's computers. What it does appear to be doing is several optimizations with things that I don't understand, like ray casting. Okay, we're running along. We're still at 30 FPS, unfortunately. I didn't collide with the barriers. Oh, this is going to be a problem, I think. And I still collide with my gun. Okay. Back to Claude. Okay, so I was just testing around a little bit and the barriers are now fixed. This is perfect. However, we still have the FPS issue. And actually, we don't collide with the barriers in the map. So we need to tell it to do that as well. So it's doing a few more optimizations, I think. Whether they'll be successful remains to be seen. Hey, you join me. I've been quiet for a minute, but you join me because Claude finally did it. We have collisions with the barriers. Amazing. Basically, the issue was the barriers are not as tall as the buildings because I collided with them just fine. So the ray casting, I don't really understand ray casting terribly well, but the rays that got fired out from the player character to detect collisions were not as tall as the barriers, so they were just passing right over. So we didn't actually get the collision in here properly. But now we do. So fantastic. The FPS is a little bit dithery, but that might be because I'm also screen recording at the same time. We'll see how it is after I finish recording. But for now, I think this is a good to do. I think on to the next thing, which is going to be jumping, because now we can't actually progress over the barriers. So on to the next thing. I'm going to go back to my code, and I'm going to get Claude to push and commit this code up to the repository, which, by the way, I haven't mentioned yet. It's completely open source. The link is in the description if you want to see the code and download it and play with it yourself. It's on GitHub completely for free. You can play around with it. And yeah, let's get it to commit. You did it. All fixed. Can you commit and push this change? Bang. All good. And then we're going to do jumping. And hopefully that is nice and easy. And then that might be the episode for the day. It might be a shorter one, a 10-minute episode, because when there hasn't been an awful lot of progress, I don't want to make them too longer videos, else people won't watch them. It's going to co-author itself, as it always does, but this time it can have credit because it's doing everything. I haven't even looked at the code. Okay, push, off it goes. On to the next thing. I need to be able to jump, as currently I now can't get past the barriers, which I can't. Coming out jumping, link to the spacebar. Spelt spacebar is one word, but I don't care. Off it goes. It's going to add it. Hopefully this is a nice, quick one. I feel like it's going to be. I feel like Claude has jumping down. I mean, look at this. We've got gravity going in. We've got jump velocity. We've got ground numbers. Is jumping. It's got everything. It's going to come together really quickly. I just feel this is something that Claude will excel at. Look at this. It's going to add it to the animation loop. I didn't even know we had an animation loop. But we do. Handle jump. How long is this file getting? That's almost 1,000 lines. I might have to make a special exception and ask Claude really nicely to refactor this file into more files. It's just the software engineer in me that really gets distressed when files start to get towards 1,000 lines long. When I know it, I just know. I don't even need to know the contents of this to know this can be refactored. We can jump. Look at this. I knew Claude would nail it. I don't think I'm going to jump high enough to get over the barrier. Oh, we did. We can get over the barrier. Bang. Can we get over a building though? No. Jumping's done. All at once. Epic. I really want to see what this looks like in a server, so I might jump in a minute. Cool, it does stop me. I can look off the edge of the map. In a future episode, I might put like a massive desert here or something. I don't know how I'm going to achieve that, but yeah. Now we have a full map we can run around with collisions. This is fantastic. This is really good. Let's go back to Claude and ask it to commit this. Worked perfectly. This is when vibe coding is awesome, when it literally one-shots things without any issue, and you just like, it's an amazing display of the technology and how impressive, it is actually getting, despite it messing around with the collisions quite a little bit there. Git add. All seems correct to me. Cool, perfect. The jump mechanic has been successfully committed and pushed. Summary: I've added a complete jump system to your game. Spacebar to jump. Realistic physics. Smooth jump arc. Double jumping. Oh, no double jumping. I thought it added double jumping. Multiplayer support. Jump position synchronized over the network. Let's actually confirm that before we call this a day. Let's go localhost. Jump into a joint window here. Let's refresh on this screen. Create room. Give me a room code. There it is. Start game. Join room. It's not synchronized. I can't see it in the multiplayer mode. Oh, jumping is not synced over multiplayer. Might have to be another commit before we wrap up. Well, we've got to get it correct here. Found it. The problem is on line 685. We're hard coding the Y position to 175. Let me fix this. Okay. Yes, jumping works. So if I now... Which way are you facing? Let's run off this way. Yay! Back on the bigger screen now. Thank you very much for watching. Today was a bit of a shorter episode, but we managed to add collision detection as well as jumping, which is a great addition. Next time, we'll tackle health as well as being able to get hit by bullets, because that means the game will be getting to a very close to finished state. If you like AI, if you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.